Hi, this is Joe Beck with My Real Estate Recovery. I'm often asked by people, how do you introduce yourself to people as a real estate investor? What do you say to people when they ask you what it is that you do? How do you approach people and introduce yourself and tell people this is the business that you're in, this is what you do? I've found that the easiest way of going about doing that, especially as a real estate investor, is to be very direct about what the overall goal or objective is for you as a real estate investor. No, I'm not talking about just making money. I'm talking about just solving problems. One of the easiest ways of telling people what it is that you do is to just basically introduce yourself and say, hi, my name is Joe Beck. I'm a real estate investor and I help people solve problems in regards to real estate, and kind of see where the conversation might go from there. Many times I'm asked by people, what is it that you do? What do you do for a living? And I say, I'm a real estate investor. I solve problems with real estate. Now that's a broad answer, but the nice thing about that answer is it usually creates an interest in the other person saying, what do you mean by that? How do you solve problems? What type of problems? What is it specifically that you do? And that allows you an opportunity to get into talking about the different things that you might be able to do. Well, sometimes I'm able to buy a property from somebody who is looking to get rid of it. Sometimes I'm able to help people that are looking to get into a new property, whether they want to lease or buy. I do a couple of different things. And then obviously a lot of the follow-up questions that they may ask, well, are you a realtor? Now, maybe you are a realtor. I'm not. So I'll always say, no, I'm not a realtor. I'm actually an investor, and I make my living from solving those problems. And it's a really casual, comfortable way in the middle of a conversation to be talking to people about what it is that you do as a real estate investor. Now, I know for a lot of people, it's a nerve-wracking thought to go up to people cold and actually introduce themselves and, explain what it is that they do. So I'm going to give you a little tip. I'm going to give you a very, very important tip as far as how you take all of that pressure off of yourself, how you can remove all of that pressure from that situation and describing to people what it is that you do. Are you ready for it? It's really, really simple. And here's the tip. The tip is this: make it all about them. Don't talk about what it is that you do. Ask them first what it is that they do. Get a little bit of a conversation started. Get a little rapport built. Talk to people about what it is that they do. And then when the opportunity comes up, introduce what you do to them. It's just one of those things that tends to work very, very well. Don't be one of those people that rushes to introduce themselves to somebody. They want to just throw up all over people as to what it is that they do for a living. Be somebody that's a little different. Be that person that actually stops and takes a minute and makes it all about the other person that they're talking to. I'm going to tell you that makes all the difference in the world. It puts people at ease. It makes them feel comfortable with who you are as a person first. Like the old saying goes, nobody really knows. Nobody really cares how much you know until they know how much you care. I always get that one backwards a little bit, but so take some time when you're introducing yourself and you want to take the pressure off to basically just ask people what it is that they do, and you'll find that it becomes a lot easier for you to introduce what you do. This is Joe Beck with My Real Estate Recovery. Have a great day.